TMZ Live, Harvey Levin here.
Charles here.
So we have shown you this crazy fight video between Ian Ziering and members of a motorcycle gang right in the heart of Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. And it looked initially like Ian Ziering was the victim here.
Because, well, we saw him being chased across the street by multiple members of this mini bike gang.
So we have just gotten new video from behind, and it tells a very different story. So take a look at this. This is Ian in the Mercedes as the people in the motorcycle kind of roll up to him. Now watch this. Ian jumps out of the car at a point. It looks like he's being blocked, but he jumps out of the car and he is clearly angry.
And he's also clearly the first to make any physical contact, at least from what we've seen in the video. I think we probably referenced this yesterday. He is so heated the moment he gets out of the car, it makes me believe that something happened before the video starts rolling.
And it makes me feel the same way.
Right.
So we have actually gotten a couple of people, one of whom was there, who was riding a motorcycle and actually shooting the GoPro.
Right. And so hopefully we're going to get an answer. We've been trying to reach Ian. We've tried for more than a day. Have not heard back from him. But now we're going to hear their side as to what led up to this. So joining us right now, Nocturnal, who was the one shooting the video. He is on the right, and on the left, Roy. Guys, welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you.
So let's start with, backing it up some. Tell us what the first encounter was, because everything we've seen, it feels like there's something before. So Nocturnal, I know you were there. Will you kind of set the scene, back it up, and tell us, was there something that happened before these cameras started rolling?
So the camera was rolling the whole time. That's just to where you could see what was going on. And actually, there's actually a zoomed in video. That's not the zoomed in video. There's a zoomed in video to where you can see it actually better on the right side. So what happens is we're pulling up just like you're seeing in the video. The two on the right, if you can't see in front of that red car on the right, but on the right side, there's someone broke down. There's a guy on a mini bike broke down. And then the red car in front of him was yielding to block. So what happened was they were coming up, splitting lanes, which is completely legal in California, by the way. Coming up, splitting lanes, and they stopped. And what they did is they made a left in front of him. He, from the video, because I was there but not right there, it looks like he tries to move forward to cut them off so they can't cut in between the front of his car. And what happened was when he bumped forward, they got close to him. And I think when he went to go throw it in park, the car lunged forward and bumped the bike. So when the actor put it into gear and let off the brake, the car moved forward and bumped the bike. That's why originally the guy on the bike was already kind of off of the bike because he got bumped on the tire from the back, but you can't see that from the video.
So it's just confusing that he was so angry when he got out of the car, and we're trying to understand.
We're trying to understand, was there any interaction, whether it be physical or verbal, any interaction before the videos that we've seen?
From the side footage,
it's impossible for anything else to have happened before that. It happened so fast. What most likely happened was that dude was just going through some real personal issues that morning.
I mean, it happened so fast. They pulled in front. He jumped out of the car, whipped the door open. Like, you can see the aggressiveness of him opening the door.
Nocturnal, that's what doesn't make sense to us, is why was he so angry? It feels like there was some interaction before what we've seen on video for him to be that aggressive.
Like I said, that red car was stopped. There was a bike broke down in front of him on the right. There was no way for us to get around. He was stopped behind the red car in dead stop traffic. That's why this is such a big deal. There's no before. That's it. The video is it. I mean, I could probably get the video of the whole buildup before, but there's no buildup. That's what you guys are seeing from the side shot. That's it.
I know this area pretty well. You're near Hollywood and Highland. When was the first time you saw that car? Were you guys riding on Hollywood Boulevard? Do you recall when you first saw his Mercedes?
He was parked when we pulled up. We were splitting lanes, and we never saw him before. When we pulled up on him, and you see the video coming up on him. That's the
Oh.
first time. There was no previous interaction.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the craziest thing about this whole thing.
Okay.
There's
Like I
no
said.
plot. He didn't get flipped off. He didn't say he didn't say anything to him. It was like pure, I don't know. I
Yeah.
really don't know.
He was having his own issue.
So we've spoken to law enforcement. We know they're investigating this. If they were to speak to you guys, what would you say to them as far as why things got so heated that quickly?
We wouldn't. We don't talk to the police.
Well, they are looking, guys, they are looking at two things. They're looking at a felony vandalism possible charge here because somebody took a motorcycle helmet and they smashed his windshield. And then they're also looking at a misdemeanor assault and battery for the subsequent encounter. So what about, let's start with the vandalism with the motorcycle helmet.
I didn't
That has
see
nothing
no
to do with
vandalism.
us.
Yeah,
That
I
has
didn't
nothing to do with
see no vandalism happen. That must have happened after the fact. I'm not sure about that.
Well, you saw the video
There it is, yeah.
where you see the guy smashing the windshield.
Oh yeah, there.
But we don't know any of those guys.
Yeah.
Those like I said, people come from all over to ride.
How does that work? I'm just curious because, you know, we thought this was the 605 gang. That's what we were told until right now.
And I think the reason people thought that is because there were members there who had the actual 605 shirts on. But you're saying there were other people other than just 605 there.
Oh yeah, there's over like 6 crews that were there riding all together, and there's all people from high desert, beach cities,
Man,
LA.
people that we've never even met before. You know, every week it's different. We meet new people come out. So it's, you know what I mean? It's real random whenever we're out riding that we know everybody that we're with.
You know, I'm really curious about something. You said you don't talk to the police. So you've got two different narratives going on here. And if your story is the way you're saying, and it's starting to feel that way, wouldn't it make sense to talk to them and kind of explain the situation?
Because Ian is out there saying that you guys are
incited
hooligans and lawless, rolling around the streets of LA is the way he's depicted this. I would think you guys want to.
We don't need to say anything. I mean, the video says it all. I mean, there's tons of clips of him getting out of the car. There's no video. There's no video evidence of anyone touching his car. He's the aggressor. There's no. The video says it all. There's no reason to talk to the police.
Well, there is one.
And the only person that needs to talk to the police is the guy that bashed the window or anybody that threw punches. And
Exactly.
And in reality, we don't know any of them. So
we were just there eyewitnesses.
Got it.
Have you talked to any of the people who were directly involved, either before, certainly after what happened? I mean, did they talk to you at all about how this all went down?
No, we don't know them.
Yeah, we don't know.
It happened. It's just something that happened in the day, and then, you know, everybody went home, and that was it.
Wow. Okay, well, look, we really appreciate you coming on. I mean,
appreciate the insight.
The story kind of makes sense. I got to say, the way you're telling it, it kind of makes sense.
I mean, the videos don't lie. I mean, it's there, it's clear. I mean, I could see if the other guy on the bike was flipping him off or hitting his car. Or
I do have one other question. Can you can you ride that on the freeway?
What?
Not legally, but you can. They go fast enough.
I mean, because you said they're coming from all over the place.
Yeah.
And I guess you could take surface streets to Hollywood, I suppose. I've just never seen bikes like this on the freeway, and it's called the 605, which happens to be a freeway.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering.
They can go on the freeway.
Okay. Well, look, it was nice partially seeing you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate the insight, guys, man.
I mean, like you said, there's police that are pursuing this, and there's people that are on their side, and it's a very manipulative subject to where it can turn very fast. So we're just protecting our identity so we don't get involved. That's it.
Got it. All right. Okay, guys, really appreciate the time. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks again.
Well, now we've heard their side. We still would like to hear from Ian.
We've been trying for a day.
I would be curious to see what his reaction is to their view of it, which is that there was no interaction before.
There was no
video.
before.
Yeah.
It was that.
Right.
Romero Artifact, Scottsdale, Arizona. As a husband and a father to 2 teenage daughters, I can empathize with Ian's emotions and adrenaline in the moment. However, After seeing different angles, I have questions. I'm a pre-med student, not a lawyer, but what led up to the moment for him to get out the car? To protect the sheep, you got to catch the wolf. Wolf's outside. My daughter is safe with me in the car. There's no way I'm leaving her.
I know.
Yeah,
well, that's the
what
point.
a lot of people are saying.
We were
yeah.
talking about that during the commercial. That boy,
For him to do that with his daughter
a kid
in the car,
car.
seems like a risk you shouldn't take.
Yeah.